All right, we are live here
All
with another
right.
episode for you guys. We got another FIFA streamer who I just met and saw
What's
stream
up?
a couple days ago. SalchiiPapi.
Yep, that's me.
How's it going?
It's going good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well.
That's good to hear. That's good to
Um,
hear.
yeah, how have the streams been as of late?
Uh, you know what? They've been surprising would be the best way to describe them.
Okay.
I average, I just started like a couple months ago. So I'm averaging 5 viewers.
Okay.
But then we get like the surprise. Like we got a raid yesterday from 20, like some viewer with 20 people. So that was crazy. For me, that's
Okay.
something big.
Mhm.
For someone else, that's like, oh yeah, 20 people's nothing. But
Mhm.
yeah, I would say surprising. I've come a lot of things that I'm like, okay, cool. This would have never happened.
Mhm. You said you only
So
started a couple months ago?
yeah, I actually started in May.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, of this year. Well, actually, okay. So there's a little history behind my channel. I originally started streaming when Twitch first started. So back in like, I don't, well, whenever. But I do remember starting streaming 2014 is when I started streaming FIFA.
Okay.
From like 2014. So if you look at my viewerships, I have like, or followers, I have like 300 plus followers.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like a good 70% of those is from when I was streaming back then. I probably stopped
Okay.
streaming like 2015 and then just picked it up
Okay.
recently. But
Okay.
yeah. But none of them really ever pop into the stream. So I don't know why they're still following me. So
Mm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, but legit actually start streaming again. I would say I started streaming May of this year.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Interesting. When you started like that early, like
Yep.
what made you stop and also come back to doing it again?
Well, what made me stop back then was, well, I was fresh out of high school. I
Mm-hmm.
was in college. Basically just life took over, college
Right.
parents wanted you to do college. I
Yeah.
kind of like just gave up on computering, like just
Okay.
PC in general, because I was a PC guy before.
Uh-huh.
Then I got an Xbox and I just forgot about it, honestly.
Yeah.
Um, but that was back in like the FIFA 15 days, like
Mm.
yeah. And then now, like everyone else, pandemic, man, that's what brought me back to streaming. I was
Right.
like, oh, originally I wanted to get a PC for myself, and now I was like, you
Mm.
know what, might as well just stream. I play every day mostly.
Yeah.
Might as well just throw it out there, see what happens. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I just feel like if you stuck with it, I think the following would have been huge.
I know, I
Right?
know.
If you
I
just
think
did it every year, you know?
yeah, I know. I tell myself that all the time too, because I have a friend that I still talk to that's a really
Uh-huh.
close friend of mine from
Yeah.
back home, and he was streaming at the same time as me, and we were both getting like pretty good viewership back then. And
Yeah.
we're like, man, what could have happened? But we can't look back now. You might as well
Right.
just keep moving forward. So
Right.
it is what it is, I guess.
Right. Right. But it's cool you're back on it and
Yeah.
you're streaming again. How's it been just like streaming as of late? Actually, I kind of already asked you this, but how's it feel to be back?
It feels I don't know, it feels kind of good. Like there's days where I'm like, okay, this was a good stream, and there's days where I'm like, I'm excited to stream today. And of course, there's
Right.
days where I'm like, I don't really want to stream, or like I don't even
Yeah.
want to stream FIFA.
Yeah.
Like at this point in the game, I'm kind of like meh on FIFA, but
Mhm.
I would say mostly it's pretty solid. I look forward to it, honestly.
Mhm.
See how
Yeah.
the channel grows, see who else comes by and says hi and all that.
Right. Uh-huh.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
about you? How's streaming for you going?
Well, I started during the pandemic too. It was like
Okay.
in June of last year, and
Okay.
it's been really good. It's been slowly growing,
Yeah.
and up to this point, it's been a lot of fun. I feel like right
Okay.
now in FIFA, like I'm getting to the point where I'm just like I don't need to play.
Oh, I
It's
feel
just
you.
like I don't feel the need to play. I don't feel any huge
I
incentive, and I'm just like
I feel you. I
whatever
feel you.
about
Yeah.
streaming and playing.
Hmm.
But other than that, I mean, like the podcasts have been good. Like
Yeah,
it's been cool just talking to other people, other streamers, and
for sure.
getting feedback and kind of getting to know them. So that's been
Nice.
really cool. So I
How
always
long
look
have you
forward to
been
that.
doing this? Oh, I'm sorry. How long have you been doing this podcast?
The podcast I've been doing for a little over 3 months now. I
Oh,
think it's
nice. Okay.
approaching 4 months. Yeah.
Nice. All
So I've
right.
been doing it for a while, and then I've just been like hitting up people and hitting up
Yeah.
guests. I'm like, hey man, you want to just do this podcast and have a chat?
Yeah.
And usually people
It's
are
the
pretty
best way
cool
to
with it.
do it. Yep.
Yeah,
Nice,
it
man.
is. It
Hell
is.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, in terms of content creating, that's all I've been doing, and just posting videos on YouTube, highlights up on there, and the podcasts are on like Spotify and Apple, so that's cool too.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, does it cost anything to get those on Spotify or iTunes, or can you just throw them out there for
So
free, I guess?
so I use a site called Anchor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an app, or you could use it on desktop too.
Hmm.
But basically, you just upload it on that site, and that site distributes it onto all the other platforms, and it's free.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
So
Cool.
yeah, that's what I've been using.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah. So then,
Nice.
like, I would live stream this here on
Hmm.
YouTube.
Hmm.
The video is saved, but I just take the audio part and then just
Nice.
upload it onto the platform.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool, man.
yeah.
Nice. Do you do any like little editing or is just raw cut, whatever goes, goes?
Like maybe the audio could be a little better for
Yeah.
the podcast platforms, but
Yeah.
it just takes up too much time. I just put
I
it up
feel you.
there.
That's
Maybe,
fair.
yeah, I think for me personally, I'm thinking about upgrading my like equipment for me
Hmm.
to have better sound.
Hmm.
So I'm looking into like some good equipment that I could use, like a better
Yeah.
mic and
Okay, I
like a
gotcha.
mixer and stuff like that. So
All that good stuff.
yeah, it is a little bit pricey, but we'll see. We'll see what I
It is.
decided. I think
Y-
eventually down the line I will do that, but I
Yeah.
just don't know when.
Mm. All
Yeah,
right. That's fair.
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So that's where I'm at with that.
All right.
But what about you in terms of content creating? Like, what are you doing right now, and what are some things you want to do in the future?
Yeah. Well, honestly, right now I'm only doing Twitch. That's it. I'm only
Mm-hmm.
streaming. I wanted to get into YouTube, but that's not really like I don't really want to do that yet. Um, I guess honestly, my like real goal from Twitch is to
Mm-hmm.
just become well known in the FIFA community
Mm-hmm.
to where I can expand from Twitch and go do live soccer because I love soccer. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just love soccer, period.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have a couple ideas of where I would like this channel to take me as, maybe go out to like a road trip, or not a road trip, but like visit every stadium here in America and the MLS, check them out.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little like vlog about how their supporter sections hang
Mm-hmm.
out, do all the things, ask a couple
Yeah.
questions for the people outside.
Yeah.
Get that feel for like what it's like to be a football fan here in the US basically because it's
Mm.
so completely different from Europe to here to South America and all that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So yeah, I just want to build a name with this platform. That's
Mm.
my main goal basically.
Mm. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds cool. How many stadiums have you visited so far?
Let's see. Home stadium, Rapids, Kansas City, Utah, Salt Lake. I lived in Houston, so I went to the Dynamo Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Columbus Crew, because I live here now.
Okay.
Let's see. I feel like I'm missing one. I didn't go to the Dallas one, no. I think that might be it. So five so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Who do you support?
Well, I'm a Rapids fan
Oh,
because
okay.
yeah, I was raised there. You got to support your home team. So
Right.
whether we win or lose, which is most likely we're gonna lose, I'm still a
Uh-huh.
Rapids fan.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. What about you? Who do you like? Doesn't have to be MLS. It could be anybody.
I don't really support a specific team. I used to support LA Galaxy growing up because
Okay.
that's what I would just see on TV,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
here in Southern California, so it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not like I'm like a hardcore fan now. I mean,
For
I've been
sure.
to a lot of Galaxy games,
Hmm.
So, um, but yeah, I'm not like a super hardcore Galaxy fan. But
Hey,
if they
that's
do well,
fine.
I'm happy for them, you know?
Yeah, there
You
you
know what I
go.
mean?
Yeah, if
Yeah.
they're in the finals, you're gonna root for them, basically.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I gotcha. That's fair.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's how it is.
Yeah. And
Nice.
I've been to MLS final actually for
Oh,
a
nice.
Galaxy
Okay.
game. Yeah, I went with a friend.
Nice.
He's a Galaxy fan, and they played Houston at the time. I don't know what year it was,
Oh, that
but
must have been years ago.
they beat
Yeah.
Houston, and that's when Beckham was still on the team.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was a while
Oh,
back.
nice.
Yeah,
Hey, you got to see Beckham though. That's cool.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. But it's funny because now that I started really getting into FIFA, I've been following like Prem, Euros,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Champions League. So I'm
Yep.
aware of like the players and the teams, and I
Hmm.
watch a little bit of highlights and games here and there. So
Nice. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like a little bit more up to date with the sport now as I was
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with Prem, especially
Uh-huh.
you with being in South California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're not gonna wake up for those games. Like
Right.
they're too early. Unless you
Exactly.
do, when I was in Colorado, I would force myself to wake up at 5 a.m. to watch, City play or whatever. Now that I'm in Ohio, that's a little bit easier, but
Uh-huh.
those Prem games kill you a little bit sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you support anybody in the Prem or in the European
Yeah.
scene?
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get hate for this because I always do, but I'm a City fan.
Oh, you're a City fan? Okay, for
Yeah.
sure.
I have
Nice.
reasons to like City as well. I'm
Uh-huh.
not just like a bandwagon. I mean, I support
Uh-huh.
Colorado. Come on, I can't
Yeah,
do it,
yeah.
but yeah, I'm a City fan.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Grealish signing?
Honest opinion, I think he's gonna tank the first season. I think he's gonna be okay. I think he's gonna be okay the first season. I think
Okay.
our team is way too stacked for him to shine
Mm-hmm.
like he did in Villa.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think once we lose a couple of these wingers, like we're kind of like talking about doing, then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that man's gonna be good. I at first I was very skeptical of him, and then I watched the Euros and I understood why they were after him. 100 mil, it's a little too expensive, I might say, but that's what comes with the City name.
Yeah.
They're interested in a player, they're gonna up the price.
Right.
So yeah, but I'm excited. We'll see where it goes. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. Maybe he'll bust out and be the best winger in the league.
Right. Uh-huh.
You never know. So
Yeah. Yeah, City had a phenomenal season last year, and
oh yeah.
yeah, they couldn't win the champions though.
Yeah, it could have been
I
better,
know,
but it was still a good
but it was
season.
so crazy. I mean, they were
Yeah.
just running through teams, man.
Yeah, man. It's crazy what they've done in the past like almost 10 years now because it started in
Mm-hmm.
2012. So
Yeah.
almost 10 years. It's crazy.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But, you know,
Yeah.
oil
Uh,
money, I guess, right?
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Are you aware of any updates with Messi and stuff? I'm curious, like what do you know of and
Man, no. I mean, they say
okay.
he's going to PSG.
Yeah.
City's been wanting him for a while. I don't think we're gonna
Yeah.
get him, but you never know. Pep said he wasn't gonna sign a new one this summer, and here we
Yeah.
are talking about Jack. Um, I would like him to come to City. That'd be cool, but I don't. I think he's gonna go to PSG. Like that's the best contract they've handed him so far.
Right.
Um, if it's true what the reports have said, but I don't think he's gonna retire anytime soon. Maybe after World Cup, I could see that,
Mm-hmm.
but that's it.
Yeah. I would think if City already spent a lot for Grealish, they wouldn't have enough to spend for Messi, but I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know how much money they
yeah.
have. And it's not
Well,
like,
it's
go ahead.
yeah. Oh, sorry. Well, it's weird because like Messi's such a completely different like market because he's a free agent. So we can't be like, hey, we'll give you 100 mil plus Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva. No, we can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, for Messi, it's like you pay up front or you don't
Yeah.
get him. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. If he was still with Barca, maybe, but no, not that he's a free agent. I don't think we have. I don't think we'll be able to spend the type of money that he requires. I guess
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
so. Mhm.
Yeah, if he was at like PSG, I mean that'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah,
It'd be weird first off because
it
he's
will
not
be
in a,
very weird.
yeah, not he's not in a Barcelona jersey, but you know
Yeah,
he gets paired up with, if is Mbappe, he's still there, right? He's still
yeah,
gonna be
Mbappe's
there.
still there,
Yeah, and
supposedly.
Neymar.
Yeah,
Okay.
Neymar's still there. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So with those three
So
guys up top,
and Ramos, and they just got Ramos too.
right? Ramos. Did they
Yeah,
get
and
anybody else?
they got Hakimi, who proved himself in the Serie A to be a
Oh,
really good
okay.
winger,
Uh huh.
right back, right mid.
Yeah.
For big names, oh, and Donnarumma, of course, they got Donnarumma.
Right.
And let's say
Donnarumma.
he doesn't start, they still have Keylor Navas. So like
Right.
that team is just stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd
Man,
be
that'd be
crazy for
one
them
thing.
not to win Champions League, you know?
Yeah, that'd be crazy once you get
Yeah.
Messi. I mean, even without Messi, they still look good on paper, right?
Yeah, man, they really do. They really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, like if you look at, I mean, European soccer, it's like they don't
Mhm.
have like a salary cap in like the NBA.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like
they don't.
they could just like spend whoever they want, and usually
Oh yeah.
that's advantageous to the clubs that have a lot more money, right? Because they could
Yeah,
just spend, spend,
definitely.
spend. Yeah,
Yeah, they can just spend if they have the revenue. They can
yeah,
do it all basically.
right. But like the NBA, it's like they have a cap, so it's kind of a more even like playing
Yeah,
field. You know, you
playing
get
field.
taxed if you go over the cap, but
Yeah.
then in football, that's not the case, and
Oh no, not at all.
yeah, it's just it's like the same clubs, you know, they'll just
It
keep
is.
signing the big players. So
Yeah. But here's the okay, here's my question for you
okay,
since you're more
okay,
of an NBA guy. I mean, I like
okay,
the NBA, but I'm
uh
not
huh,
like super in depth.
okay,
Let's say the NBA went global to the like how soccer became a phenomenon around the world, right? Let's say
uh huh,
the NBA actually became global and there was teams in Europe, there's teams in South America, South Africa, you
mhm,
know, Russia, all that. And I'm talking
mhm,
about cities, not continents, states, whatever.
mhm.
Um, do you think they would move into a more no salary cap basis, or do you think they would keep the principles of NBA around the world just to keep it like a even playing field?
Well, they already have a lot of leagues all over in different countries. You know, they
Hmm.
have European leagues. Each country has like their own league. You
Yeah,
know, you have China, they have their own league, China League.
that's true. Yeah,
So it's, I mean, I feel like NBA will just stay in the States. I
yeah.
mean, they do kind of have like a league like with associated with the NBA in Africa,
Oh,
I
okay.
think if
Uh-huh.
I'm correct.
Yeah.
But a lot of these other leagues in other countries, they have their own like entity.
Okay, so they're
Yeah,
basically just like their own rules. They just go
right,
do what they do, and we
right.
only see them in the Olympics and like the FIFA, the what is it? The basketball World Cup?
Yeah,
What is that
FIFA,
called?
FIBA.
FIBA? Yeah,
Yeah,
FIBA. That's what
FIBA.
it's called. Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
basketball's pretty big globally. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's
say as
gotten
big
huge.
as, yeah, I wouldn't say as big as soccer, but
Oh yeah.
it's growing and it's
Oh,
big.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of players from other countries, they're getting a lot better.
They really are. Yep.
Yeah,
They really are.
yeah, like they're catching up to like U.S. basketball, even though they did win the gold and they're still pretty dominant. They're like,
Yeah.
there's a
It
lot
they're
of good.
not
Hmm.
yeah. They're not as dominant as they once were back in like, you know, 90s Olympics per se.
Right, right.
Yeah.
The rest of the world has caught up, and there's a lot of
Yeah.
good talent
Yeah.
overseas.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, cause like you know, NBA is like the league for basketball players
Oh, of
who you
course.
want to
Yeah.
go. You know, you want to
Yeah.
play for. But there's nowadays there's a lot of good opportunity playing
Hmm.
overseas and playing
Hmm.
internationally, and you make a good living.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, from when I started watching basketball, which was what, 2006, 2007,
Mhm.
you know, Denver Nuggets hometown team,
Mhm.
compared to like what it is now, yeah, you're completely right. There's definitely a change in international talent.
Mhm.
Like, you know, if you had international talent back then, it was that guy that was one in a million, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, oh, some guy from Serbia is not bad. Some guy from Russia's not bad. The Spaniards aren't bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
France isn't bad. So,
Mm-hmm.
back then you had who Manu Ginobili to look out for. Like
Yeah.
that's it kind of. And now it's like, oh, Argentina's got a couple handful of good
Right.
players.
Right.
So it really has grown up a lot, which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Right. And then if we were to compare this to like soccer or football,
Hmm. Uh-huh.
we all know like the European scene is like where it's at. That's like
Oh yeah.
those are the leagues you want to go for if you want to be a
Hmm.
premier like soccer player. So,
Yeah, yeah.
everybody's like everybody wants to go there playing those top 5 major leagues, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So, it's pretty interesting you see that kind of dynamic. I mean, for like basketball, people want to go to the States play in the NBA. That's the
Yeah.
thing. But then for like soccer, people want to go to Europe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I think it's interesting, I
yeah.
think well first that's what happens when you create a sport, right?
Mhm.
Basketball was created here, so
Right.
this has to be the motherland of it, just like they
Right.
say football's English, so you got to go play in England.
Uh-huh. Right.
Um but who knows, maybe in 10, 15 years we'll see a change in talent where maybe the NBA isn't the powerhouse anymore, or like teams aren't going to be 80% American anymore.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
it's crazy cuz there are a lot more international players in the NBA,
oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then European, you just see a mix of like people in all
Yep.
these leagues, like they're
Oh
from
yeah.
all over the world.
Hmm.
And it's interesting for like us, for like Americans, right?
Hmm.
We're known to not be as good in the soccer
Yeah.
scene, but then
Hmm.
you see a lot more Americans now that are in the European leagues, and these younger guys are like building experience and they're getting really good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Americans have come a long way from when they first started being good, I guess. I don't
Mm,
know how to explain that, but you think about maybe early 2000s when you had Landon Donovan, Clint Dempsey, Josie Altidore was younger. You had Tim Howard. Like
right.
that was your starting team, and that was your starting team for the next 10 years until they retired.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the US, of course, has this European talent. Like I think I might be wrong, but their starting 11 play somewhere in Europe.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
but they still have a bench. Like they have a okay bench
Yeah.
to compete, I would say.
Uh-huh.
Um, do they have chemistry? I don't think they have chemistry, but
Okay.
I think that comes with the coaching staff as well. But
Mm. Mm-hmm.
you know, that's another topic, I guess.
You right.
Yeah,
Right.
but in like on paper, yes, the U.S. men's national team is a pretty solid team.
Mm-hmm.
Can compete in other places,
Yeah.
but that's on paper.
Right. Yeah, it's just interesting seeing that talent now as
Hmm.
opposed to like you said 10 years back with those
Hmm.
players that you mentioned. It'll be interesting to see like how good US soccer gets, especially when they play on a national scene, maybe like a
Yeah.
World Cup.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they did win like the Gold Cup, right? The
They
CONCACAF.
did. Yeah,
Yeah,
they did.
so
They won it. They won it with their B team too, which was very surprising. I
mm,
think, going into the final Mexico USA, I said Mexico was going to win because Mexico had a better overall team on
mhm.
paper again.
Mhm.
This was definitely USA's B team. Um, you know, I don't know if you watched the game or not, but it was very one-sided the whole game. I would say the
Mm,
US got very lucky to score that goal.
I see.
But a win's a win, right? You take a win. You take
Right.
that win and you build from that. But
Mhm.
yeah, for them having that success with their B team,
Mhm.
that just should just pump up the A team. It should just pump up the B team to say like, hey, I can potentially play starting 11 even
Mhm.
though I don't play in Europe. So,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting to see where they go.
Yeah. Are you Mexican? Like
No,
that?
I am not Mexican.
Okay, okay, okay.
No, you're good. I'm Peruvian. I'm from Peru.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do you root
So,
for Peru? Do you support
yeah,
them?
of course.
Okay,
Yeah, of
okay, okay.
course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like I said, win or lose, and it's mostly lose. I gotta stick with the homeland always.
How far did they go in the Copa? They were in the Copa and
We got yeah in Copa America we got fourth because we lost to a 90th minute goal. Classic FIFA.
uh-huh.
To Colombia,
Uh-huh.
but fourth for us is amazing. Second place last Copa America for us is amazing. We have a,
Okay.
a hell of a good coach. We haven't had a good coach in years.
Mm-hmm.
We had a good starting 11.
Okay.
It just, we got to build up from that, but we're one of those teams that you really always count out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Who are the top Peruvian players right now?
top Peruvian players, that's interesting because we have your classic starting 11 that, they're also pushing 30 plus.
Uh-huh.
You have Paulo Guerrero, who plays in the Brazilian league, who I believe he's 33.
Okay.
You have Jefferson Farfan,
Mm-hmm.
who played for Schalke at
Mm-hmm.
one point in his young career,
Yeah.
also 30 plus. Those are your two big stars that are very recognizable right now that will
Okay.
always still start.
Okay.
You have your legend, quote unquote legend, because I don't really consider him a legend, but Claudio Pizarro, who played for Bayern. I think
Mm-hmm.
he's plays for Bremen right now. He's
Okay.
played in the Bundesliga his whole career basically.
Okay.
You have, I guess, our goalkeeper Gallese, who plays for Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
So he plays in the MLS. And then now with these past two like successful Copa Americas, I would say you have more recognizable names.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Such as Christian Cuevas, who plays, I think, in Mexico. I want to say Cruz Azul. You got what's his name? I can't remember his name, but he plays for DC United.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we're just starting to, and they're kind of like they're not young talents because they're also like 26, 25. So like this is where they gotta be now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's solid. It's a solid team for now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So fourth place in the Copa, do you see them qualifying for World Cup and making a good one?
Oh man. I mean, my heart wants to say yes, but in
Uh-huh.
reality, no.
Oh,
Like
okay.
we've like we're I think we're like second to last right now in like qualifying points, which is sounds horrific, but last World Cup we were second to last, and then we just started winning for a whole year, and now we made it to the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not impossible. We have done
Mm-hmm.
it before, but I don't think we can do it again. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah, I don't see us going to the World Cup anytime soon again. But
Mm.
you know,
That's
you're there.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's fun, but we'll
Yeah.
see. Hopefully for the US one they can make it, and I
Mm-hmm.
can go see them here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. I mean, they almost made it to the finals of Copa,
Yeah,
and
they
that's
did. No, they did.
yeah,
They
that's
almost did.
yeah. It's a good run, right?
Yeah, I mean it's a title, it's a
Uh-huh.
title run. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's really interesting. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we could talk more about FIFA. Well, actually, are there any? Do you use any Peruvian players in FIFA? Is
Oh
there
yeah,
is there
of
like
course.
top Peruvian player that you like using in FIFA?
Oh man, I mean I use them to have fun. I don't use them because they're broken.
Right. Right.
We don't have any broken players. I'll say that right now.
Uh huh.
We have team of the season Carrillo, who's a left mid, I want to say in the game.
Mhm.
He plays in the Saudi league. He's one of the guys that has like blown up recently.
Mhm.
Last Copa America, this Copa America, sorry. La Padula, who kind of just like went off and did his own thing, was a striker.
Mhm.
He got that what's it called? Summer Stars card, who's a 97. Um, he looks good on like, his stats in game. He looks good. I think he has like 90 something pace, like 95 dribbling, 93 shooting. Like he looks good,
Mhm.
but it's FIFA. Once you start using him, it just kind of they don't play like they say.
Mhm.
So, if I played with them, which I have, it's just for fun. It was just a fun weekend league for me.
Yeah. Who
So
does he play for?
he plays for a Serie A team who just got promoted. I think it's like
Okay.
it starts with a B. It's like Beneventuro. I don't know,
Okay.
but it's like their symbol is the one. It looks like a shield, and it's like yellow and red stripes going down with like a witch riding a broom in the
Uh-huh.
middle. It's like
Uh-huh.
one of those badges you get in like a bronze pack.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
You know what's funny? I think I played against that guy yesterday in draft.
yeah,
And then I was like, is that a Peruvian guy? That's a summer
yeah,
star? And he
yeah,
just kept scoring goals on me. The other guy was really good. And he just
yeah,
kept scoring on me. I'm like, is that a Peruvian summer star?
yeah. Hey
Like, I'm
man,
not familiar with the flag, so I was just like,
yeah,
I think that's Peruvian.
yeah,
And who is
man.
this guy?
Nah,
I was like, who is this guy?
hey man, the more you play FIFA, the more
Uh-huh.
you'll know geography.
Right.
God,
Exactly.
like that's the
Exactly.
thing, man. Like, oh man, I've been playing for what? Oof, since 15. So I've been playing what, 6 years now? And
Mm-hmm.
like I can name you nations that I've never been to, but I can recognize their flag. So it's like,
Right.
thanks, FIFA, for giving me a solid B plus in geography in high school, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So
And on top of that, it's like once you play FIFA, you know all these players, you know the
oh,
teams,
for
and
sure.
you
Mm-hmm.
just know the roster, and
Yep.
it's just yeah, it's
It
hilarious.
yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, in terms of FIFA, I mean, do you have any plans for FIFA 22? Maybe in terms of
Oh,
gameplay or content you want to push out?
oh yeah, for sure. Gonna pre-order FIFA 22 soon. I
Mm-hmm.
always get the Ultimate Edition, the Icon
Okay.
Edition, whatever the latest version is, I always get it.
Yeah.
With my channel growing a little bit more, I'm hoping, well, first, my main thing has always been just packs. I've always opened packs. I've always done multiple pack openings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, I mean, I like to screen share sometimes, get the viewers going, get them like pumped up. Like, I feel like there's this weird thing where like you see your screen in a viewer's or a streamer's like window, and then it just gets you like hyped, I guess. Um, but yeah, no, honestly, like FIFA 22 for me is gonna be mostly packs, content as in like just playing, grinding objectives, doing all that. And mostly I want to do, if I get enough subscribers, just I've always wanted to like give back in some way.
Mm-hmm.
A good example would be like, and I've talked to my 3 subscribers that I have because um, kind of have like a bi-weekly or a monthly giveaway of
Yeah.
originally I was going to do FIFA points, but
Yeah.
not everyone plays FIFA, so we
Yeah.
can do Xbox or PSN or PC gift cards, so then you can
Mm-hmm.
spend it on whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But just know that like basically whatever money you put into the stream is gonna go back to you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like, to have streaming as like a legit job is, hard, but
Right.
it would be cool. But at the same time, if I never get there, at least know that like whatever you put into the stream, I will give it back
Yeah.
regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my goals for FIFA 22, honestly.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Um, do you do RTG or pay to win?
No, I don't do RTG. I don't
Okay.
really. I've never had an RTG account just because I've always rocked one account and that's it.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I guess you would consider me a pay to play guy, I guess, because I'm
Uh-huh.
opening tons of packs, so I'm getting tons of coins. I try to become a trader at one point, like that's
Uh-huh.
the best way to get coins, but
Right.
trading is also like another different realm of FIFA, honestly. Like
Right.
it's crazy, but yeah, I would say I'm a pay to play guy.
Okay, so if they release like some good content and they
Mhm.
have some good packs, you put in a little bit of money and
Oh
start
yeah,
opening.
definitely,
Okay.
definitely,
Gotcha.
definitely. Yep.
Gotcha.
Ultimate packs always.
Uh-huh.
100K packs always.
Yeah.
50K packs maybe depending on the
Uh-huh.
content.
Yeah.
Uh, that's my rule of thumb. Mega packs, rare mega packs, never. I think they're the biggest scam in the game.
Uh-huh.
Like if you buy rare mega packs or just a mega pack, like
Uh-huh.
no, you're not gonna get anything, dude. They're giving you like 12 players and then everything else is just contracts and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah.
So it just really depends,
Uh-huh.
like on the pack and the promo. Because I mean, I'm always gonna open a ultimate pack, of course. It could be no promo week, and I will open an ultimate pack. But also depends on what stage of the game it's in.
Mhm.
UCL, of course, comes first. I always rip packs there because that's where you want to get your main starting squad, for me at least.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, like after team of the season this year, I probably spent like $25 up until today, like
Okay.
this time period. But before that, oh no, dude, I was dropping mad money.
Oof.
Luckily, I have a job, so
Uh-huh.
I
Dang.
basically work to fucking oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss.
Uh-huh.
To
No,
keep
it's
my
okay.
okay, to keep FIFA going.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it.
What do you think of the preview packs?
Uh that's a good question. And I've talked about this on stream. I think the
Uh-huh.
preview packs are good if you don't have the capacity to drop that much money on the game.
Mhm.
Let's say you're barely working or whatever, you're a kid that has 20 bucks as an allowance, and you want to
Mhm.
spend it on FIFA instead of gambling it on it, you preview the pack and you get something good or not. Then I think that really helps you decide on like whether I want to open this pack or not.
Mhm.
It'll save you 20 bucks, might get you something more. I think for people, high streamers, big baller streamers, Bates and Castro, all the big guys, I think preview packs are just like, cool, this is more content for me because if they're gonna rip the packs, they're gonna rip the packs open.
Right.
That's it. Like it
Right.
doesn't matter if you preview it or not. It might save you the last pack maybe,
Yeah.
but that's I think preview packs for the community in general, I think it was a good idea.
Mm. Yeah. Especially good for those RTG guys, that
Yeah.
don't spend money because you have
Oh
nothing
yeah.
to lose, you
No,
know?
that's true. That is very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, because
So,
if the cards are higher value than the pack,
mhm.
then you make profit, right? You
Of
buy
course,
it,
of
sell them,
course.
and
Yeah.
get get a little bit of coins.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
it's interesting. And then of
Mhm.
course, I said the other day too, it's one of those things that like, you don't need until you have it or however that saying goes. And then
Mhm.
like you ask for more even though you just got it.
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of people were asking for preview packs at one point or like
Mhm.
a way to like tell or like bump up the ratings that you would get in that whatever.
Yeah.
And now that we have it, I'm like, well, what if they just let us preview all 10 packs? And then, if let's say you hit a banger on the six pack, you have to open all of them up to like the six pack. Like you can't just
Hmm.
pick that pack, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a
Like,
very interesting concept to
like,
implement. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Like, would I be more tempted to open these six packs if on my sixth pack I'm packing Messi, Ronaldo? Like
Right.
it's like,
Right,
yeah,
exactly. Then I mean, if you might need to break out your calculator and see if you're making profit or not, or
yeah,
either that, or if you really want a certain player, then you just
yeah,
you just go
for
for it,
sure.
right?
Yeah, yeah. So it's one of those things, and now you're just like, now we have it. Now we want more.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So,
So I wonder if they're gonna like continue the preview packs from the beginning of 22.
mhm. I
Yeah, I
don't see
wonder
why
if
they wouldn't,
mm, mm-hmm.
but I also think them adding preview packs is their way of like saying like, hey, we're not that bad, like we're sorry we're getting sued,
Right.
like, here
Right.
you go, I guess. So, who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, because you're hearing all these things like other countries banning FIFA
Oh yeah.
points, you know what I mean? So
Oh yeah.
it's really interesting for EA to respond in this way and implement this preview pack concept.
Yeah.
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 It's yeah, man. Like EA is just man. Like I think every day that I stream, I talk about how like EA is just the worst. Which I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the game. I love
Uh-huh.
FIFA, but
Uh-huh.
that's because in reality, who else is playing PES? Your friends aren't playing PES. Like
Yeah.
FIFA has a big. I think that really, um, I don't know. I think that really kind of kills. kills the game a little for me, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, it is what it is, I guess, right? That's what it's
Mm-hmm.
like. I guess I could go play PES, right, if I really wanted
Yeah.
to, but how many people do play PES?
Right. Right.
So,
Um. But yeah, I mean personally, like I don't spend money on it. I'm a Road to
oh,
Glory
nice.
guy,
There
so
you go. Nice.
and I like the grind. And usually I always been the type where I don't like spending extra money on games other than the base cost of the game itself.
For sure.
So yeah, that I mean, so I'm
That's
not
fair,
really
man.
I'm not really funding the EA
Yeah,
bank
that's
account.
fair. Now
Yeah.
is that because you are not like a I don't know, how long have you been playing FIFA? Let me ask that first.
Well, I played other FIFAs in the past, but
Okay.
I think I'm really playing serious since I
Mm-hmm.
got 20. And this was like
Okay.
right before the pandemic hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that Ultimate Team in general, or like FIFA 20? Is that did you start Ultimate Team, or were you more of like a careers guy and then you transition to Ultimate Team?
So in FIFA 14, I played a lot of career mode, but then
Okay.
ever since then I like stopped playing FIFA and then I
Mm-hmm.
got onto 20 and
Mm-hmm.
then I played seasons for a bit.
Okay.
And then I got bored of that, so I was like, "Oh, let's try this Ultimate Team that everybody keeps
Mm-hmm.
talking about." And then I
Yeah.
got sucked in after
Yeah,
that.
of course.
Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah,
you would say you've been playing Ultimate Team for like a solid year, right?
yeah. Like a year and a half.
Okay. So
Yeah.
then my question for you is, do you think you're not dropping the money on FIFA because you haven't been playing it for that long and you're not, I guess, for a better choice of word, addicted to it?
Uh huh.
Because like, and I don't know, man. I really think FIFA Ultimate Team can become an addiction.
Right.
Spending money can become an addiction. Gambling,
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
are all things that you can like become addicted
Uh
to,
huh.
possibly even through Ultimate Team. But do you feel like you haven't dropped money on it because you haven't been playing Ultimate Team that long, or would you consider yourself a Road to Glory guy from now until like you stop playing FIFA again?
That's a good question. I mean, I've always felt like spending money on games was just a waste of money. It's like
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'd rather spend it somewhere else,
For
more
sure. For
useful.
sure. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So when it comes to FIFA, it's not any different. Like
Okay.
it's just
I
a
feel you.
game like I don't want to spend extra money
Okay.
on, you know?
Yeah.
And something about Road to Glory and the grind of it,
Yeah.
it's like a little bit more rewarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I feel like Road to Glory has blown up this year because there's definitely have been a lot more available free players or grindable players this FIFA than
Mm. Mhm.
previous FIFAs for sure.
Mhm.
Um, FIFA 20, I don't think, I mean, you had your free players, of course, but I think FIFA 21 has definitely pushed the boundaries of free players, especially now with footies. Like
Yeah.
footies is just giving you ridiculously good cards
Mhm.
to the point where like it's really good fodder or it's going to be a really good player. So
Right. Right. So, I mean, that's how they get you too. That's how they get you hooked cuz
that's true.
the next card comes up and you're like, "Ah, I got to grind for this.
That's true.
I got to
Yeah,
put my time into it."
that's
So,
true.
yeah, but it is fun. It is fun doing that, and
Hmm.
that does get me to like keep like playing and
Hmm.
keep streaming. So,
Okay.
which I do enjoy.
Yeah,
But
that's good.
at this point, it's just like this game's almost done, and
Yeah.
I don't really feel incentivized to keep playing.
Hmm.
My goal
Hmm.
really for 21 was to get gold one, and I didn't.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Nice.
like I'm
Okay.
just chilling.
Nice.
At
Yeah.
this
Yeah. Yeah.
point, I'm just like I'm playing with players I couldn't afford in the past. So
Yeah.
I got
For
a bunch
sure.
of coins,
Hmm.
and I'm just
Hmm.
like trying out some new players just to
Of
have fun.
course,
Yeah.
it's like when a team's done with their season, they throw their jerseys on sale, and that's what FIFA does. Is like here are all these cards on sale,
Yeah.
and footies is fun. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
footies is fun. You
Yeah.
can make footies fun,
Mhm.
but it's weird to think that like footies is fun, but then before that it was just sweat mode, like
Right.
all year basically.
Yeah.
Um, so I have a question for you since
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
a kind of like a new Ultimate Team player.
Yeah.
Um, wait, no, I might have forgotten it. Well, let's see. Oh man, what was I gonna ask? I don't know. We'll circle back to that one. I
Okay,
totally
yeah. When it
forgot.
comes back to you, just ask me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It was
yeah,
something about money and like Ultimate Team and all that. Oh, no, that was my question.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What are your views on the game's um progression, I guess I should say, as in like from FIFA 20 to FIFA 21, did you think it got better? Did you think it got worse? Did you think it FIFA 21 was just FIFA 20 masks?
Hmm.
Like what were your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that?
That's interesting. For me, it's obviously the gameplay is different. There's different
Okay.
metas, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but for more or less, it's FIFA. Like,
Yeah.
there's some things you're not gonna like. There's some things you
Yeah, for
abuse the
sure.
meta, you know.
Of
So
course. Yeah.
for me, like, I don't really have that many complaints, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't really. I guess I don't really tune in into the details like that much. I do get feedback from other people, and they give better explanations of the differences. But for me,
Yeah.
like, I guess I could care less, because
Okay.
at the end
All
of the
right,
day, it's just a
that's
game,
fair.
and
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just
No,
try to
for us.
adjust. Yeah, I just try
Oh
to
yeah.
adjust to the game and try to be as good as possible.
Yeah.
And that's basically the end of it.
Yeah.
But it's interesting if you look at like my prior podcasts when I talk to other people. There's
Yeah.
people that played Ultimate Team for like the longest time, right?
Oh
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
they can refer back to all the previous FIFAs. I'm sure for you too, because you said
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
played since 14 or 15, and
Mm-hmm.
they could tell you the differences and like why they like certain FIFAs more than the
Mm-hmm.
latest ones. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've even heard like, oh, FIFA 18, that was like the last time when it was really good,
Yeah,
and ever
of
since
course.
then it's just trash.
Yeah.
For
Hmm.
me, I can't refer back to that because I haven't played those
Exactly.
bad FIFAs. So
Uh-huh.
it's
And,
really interesting to see that perspective.
yeah. And that's why
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you because
Mm-hmm.
you've played maybe a year. So, you
Yeah.
have that you don't have that knowledge of previous FIFAs unless, you go buy a copy and do all that.
Right.
Um, so I just wanted to see like what someone that has been playing for two titles compared to someone that's been playing for 10 titles now.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it just us getting old and, starting to slowly turn into a grumpy old man and saying, I
Yeah.
remember back in my day when this used to be good?
Right. Uh-huh.
Like, but yeah, no, it's interesting to hear that. Like, I mean, and you're right. You're definitely right. I think meta is the way to go. And if you don't play meta, you're not gonna have fun or you're not gonna compete to like the potential that you want to compete.
Uh-huh.
Um, which sucks because you don't want to come up against Mendy and Varane for the rest of the game.
Right.
But if you're not with them, you're gonna lose. So,
Right.
which kind of is sad because you would think FIFA would treat other players as equally good or would have a system of like nerfing those players.
Uh-huh.
But and I talk about this on stream a lot. Lewandowski, team of the season, team of the year, Lewandowski, team of the season, Haaland. Like, if those guys actually played like they did in real life in game, those cards would be so useful, so much better than they are
Yeah.
in game.
Yeah.
But if you're not running Mbappe up front or Neymar, you're not gonna win. So
Right.
it's just interesting to hear your point of view as well.
Well, let me ask you, what's your point of
Sure.
view? I
My
know.
point of view.
Yeah. What do you? How long have you been playing FIFA, and then how do you compare this latest FIFA compared to other ones?
So I've been playing FIFA. Like I've been playing FIFA since like FIFA '06, FIFA '07.
Uh huh.
I haven't been playing Ultimate Team since like I want to say like 13 or 14 actually, not 15
Okay.
because I remember 15. I wasn't a foot founder. I was the year after that. So whatever that
Ah.
was.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I gotta agree with people. I think FIFA 18 was the last good FIFA.
Mm.
I think once they introduced the ball mechanics or mechanism, whatever it was called.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like FIFA 19
Mm-hmm.
Frostbite engine, whatever it
Right.
was.
Yeah.
Once that got introduced, like that's where you see a lot of like these people upload those weird clips where like your goalkeeper bats it, it still goes behind them, or He
Mm,
runs up to the ball and the ball goes in between their legs. Like, those crazy clips where like that would never happen in real
I
life.
see. Okay.
Um, I feel like once that got added on, that just kind of like killed the game because yes, you do want the game to be as realistic as real life.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, it's a video game.
Yeah.
Like if we had the game, like if we had the guns in Call of Duty like they did in real life or something like that, it doesn't shoot like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I think yeah, and then meta wise, you have seen meta become a lot more expensive throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
I remember FIFA 15, I want to say, meta back then was your top three was Gervinho on the left, who was like maybe an 80 rated,
Mm-hmm.
Ivarbo in front as a striker, and Biabiani. And just because they all had pace,
I
that's it.
see.
That was your
Uh-huh.
meta. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
pace was your meta back then.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't because your name was Mbappe or Neymar. Like
Yeah.
your meta was pace and then a broken card.
Uh-huh.
Um, and that back then cost you maybe like 5K. you know.
Uh-huh.
Now if you want like Mendy Varane, that'll cost you at the beginning of the game, I don't know, 500,000 maybe even
Yeah.
more. So
Yeah.
yeah, meta has definitely gotten expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's really interesting. That's a very interesting perspective. Yeah, like I said, I mean, you'd know more. You'd know more about the game and how it's changed, and
yeah.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see what 22 will be like. Cuz I
Yeah.
heard they're not going with the Frostbite engine, right?
Oh, really?
They're going
I'm
with
not
someone
sure.
else. That's what
Are
I
they?
heard. Yeah.
Okay, I hope so. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I can keep saying that FIFA has gotten worse through the years, but EA is not going to stick to one engine service for
Mhm.
the rest of FIFA's life. So
Yeah.
they have to change too. I think for FIFA 22 though, it's gonna be it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be a good game
Mhm.
in the sense of like content, uh, pre-order stuff, career mode, all that. I think Volta is gonna get better. I have yet to touch Volta this year, but I really
Mhm.
want to.
Mhm.
I just think it's gonna be overall a good game.
Mhm.
Uh, I also think FIFA every 2 years gives us a good game. So
Okay.
it's hit that life cycle of like this has to be the good one.
Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, and then you see their crazy pre-orders that they've dropped. They're giving us something that they've never given us before. Like I said, I've always pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition, and the best they've always given you was like 24 premium packs,
Mhm.
for a
Yeah.
hundred bucks.
Yeah.
Now they're like, oh, here, get this hero card, get this wants to watch card at the beginning of the game. Here's 4,600 FIFA points that you can drop at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Um, there's so much more early access. Early access has always kind of been a thing, but still, like early access, all that, like they're juicing up what they can give, which
Mhm.
is nice for the common player.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, so I mean, I'm hoping it's a good game. I'm rooting for them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we'll see 2 weeks into the game. We'll see who's meta again and who's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Definitely. Um, well, it's been an hour in,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I want to close off with one section just asking a little bit more personal questions.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's hit it.
Yeah, so you said you live in Columbus, correct?
Yes.
Now, how do you like living in Columbus? How long have you been
Oh
there?
man, everyone asks me that. Everyone asks me that. Well, I've been here for let's see, what is it, September? Right? It's no, it's not September. It's August. So I've
Okay.
been here for like 10 months now.
Okay.
COVID moved me out here. I was
Okay.
living in Houston.
Uh-huh.
Took a leave of absence because, we didn't know anything about COVID. I was kind of scared for my
Yeah.
health. So I
Yeah.
took a leave of absence, ended up getting fired.
Mm. Mhm.
Unemployment, actually helped out a lot
Okay.
with keeping me there, but that comes to an end as well.
Yeah.
And I moved here because I had family here and fresh start. So that's why I'm in Columbus. Do I like it? I'm still 50-50 on it, honestly.
Really? Uh-huh.
Yeah, I miss Houston. Houston just was I love the food. I love the
Okay.
weather.
Uh-huh.
I love the culture there. Columbus, it's corn, a lot of corn here. Um,
Okay.
I'm glad I'm in Columbus though, because I
Uh-huh.
don't know if I can live in Cleveland just because the Crew don't play there. Like Columbus Crew play in Columbus and that's
Uh-huh.
it. So at
Yeah.
least I can go see them play.
Yeah.
I've found where to play soccer here with a couple people that have become my friends now. So
Okay.
I'm grateful for that. But
Okay.
city wise, it has yet to amaze me. Like I haven't found good food or great food like I have in Houston.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, maybe because everything's still kind of closed because of COVID, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, I only asked because I've actually been to Columbus
oh,
for
nice. Okay.
for like a friend's wedding, and I was there for like a weekend, and
Oh, how was
my
that?
thoughts, well, it was fun. It was a fun weekend,
Yeah.
and Columbus, I mean, when I was there, I really liked it.
Yeah.
It looked like a really chill, nice city.
The
Uh,
city's super chill.
yeah,
People
yeah.
don't mess with you if you don't mess with them. Of course, they
Mhm.
have that mentality.
Mhm.
I love the old griminess of the city. Like I love how
Mm.
it just looks like it looks like Detroit basically, but a little bit nicer.
Mm.
It's not what you're getting out in the West Coast and in Texas. It's a different completely view of the city. I
Yeah.
like that perspective of it. I like how it looks. Activity wise, I haven't really found much. And that's the
Gotcha.
one thing that holds me
Okay.
like, I don't know if I can like this place or not.
Gotcha.
Where in
So,
Columbus were you? Do you know?
hard to say. I've been to downtown and I've been
Okay.
to Ohio State.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like, roamed around there for a bit just to
Okay.
take a look around the city.
Yeah.
But I don't know
So
where
you
exactly I stayed. Yeah.
okay. So if you were well, let's say you were by the Ohio State. So you're kind of by like the medical center, if I'm not mistaken, because I think Ohio State is by the medical center, which is also
Mhm.
close to downtown. So you were
Mhm.
kind of like in the good area of like where you want to live. So that's good. That's a good little place to be at.
I don't think I was that close. I might have been like it was kind of a drive. It was like 10 minutes
Oh,
out
okay.
of like
Okay.
Ohio State or downtown.
Okay.
So it
That's
might
not
have
that's
been
not
the
bad though.
outs. Yeah, it might have been the outskirts, but I
Hmm.
mean, just me being there, it was like it had good vibes and it was really clean and
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel
Yeah,
you.
so
All
yeah, I
right.
mean that's my impression of Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
that's
think
interesting. Oh, go ahead.
oh, sorry. I think I was gonna say the one thing that I think is not doing it for me for Columbus, like I
Mhm.
said, it's the food coming from Houston.
Okay.
As you could tell, I am Latino.
Mhm.
So there's not that much food,
Uh-huh.
like Latino food here, and that's kind of sad and upsetting because
Uh-huh.
in Houston you had it everywhere you went.
Right.
Here it's like, hey, you want corn on a cob? And I'm like, no, I don't really like corn. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
So it's yeah, food is you know, uh, a big thing for me, I guess.
There is this one Mexican place
Oh
that
yeah.
my friends ate at and
Uh,
they told me it was really good in
okay.
Columbus.
Okay.
I think it's called
Nice.
Los Gachos, if I
Oh,
remember
okay.
correctly.
I'll have to look it up then.
Yeah, they said because we're in Southern California, so we get some
Of course.
nice Mexican
Of
food
course.
too.
Yes, you
Yeah,
know where
yeah.
we.
But then
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, it's comparable to like
Yeah.
SoCal
Yeah.
Mexican food." I'm like,
Oh,
"Really?" But I
yeah.
never got a chance to have some
Hmm.
because I think by the time I was trying to get some, it was closed, and
Oh damn.
I never had the chance to taste it. But
Oh
my
damn.
friends were telling me when we went there is like,
Hmm.
"Oh, it's really good."
Where in SoCal are you?
I'm in like Orange County, so just south
Okay.
of Los Angeles.
Okay. That's not that close to Irvine, is it?
So, I'm in Anaheim.
Okay.
So Irvine would be like 15, 20 minutes away.
Oh, okay. So it's not
Yeah,
that far.
yeah.
Okay.
It's not too
Okay.
far. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I've visited Cali once and I've been
Uh-huh.
to LA and Irvine because I had a friend going to college there once. And
Okay.
she took me to like this really good ice cream shop. And like that has been the best ice cream I've had in my entire life.
Do you remember what it was called?
I think it was called La Michoacana.
Oh, okay.
I
Gotcha.
think so. And it was
Okay.
just like you went in there and they had legit 50 flavors. And it was like you had your Kit Kat flavor over here and you had your chocolate. And you just had a bunch of weird flavors, but it was so good.
Huh, interesting. That was in LA?
Yeah. No, that was in Irvine.
That was in Irvine.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Irvine's a really nice city. It's
Oh,
like
it really is.
it's
Yeah.
really clean, like so
Yeah.
spacious, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It really
yeah.
is.
It actually Irvine. It like kind of reminds me of Columbus. It's like kind of comparable.
Really? You think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
or
All right.
at least one of my friends told me that, and I kind of saw what he was saying.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Irvine from well, what I saw from Irvine was it
Mhm.
was very hilly. Like there was a lot of houses on the hill,
Mhm.
and Columbus also has a lot of hills and a lot
Okay.
of houses on hills.
Okay.
Weather-wise, no.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Weatherwise, no, 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 no,
Weather-wise, no, no.
no. Just
Um,
I meant like in terms of like kind of like the architecture, the layout of the city.
oh
That's
yeah,
what I meant.
okay.
Yeah,
I
not
could
the
I could see
weather
that.
though. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
could see that. No, I
yeah.
could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's interesting.
Uh-huh. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm in right in the heart of Orange County,
Nice,
Disneyland.
nice.
Yeah, so
Must be fun.
yeah, it's pretty cool out here in
Nice.
Southern California. Definitely if you
Yeah.
definitely worth visiting again if you ever come.
Oh yeah, I want
Yeah.
to. I want to go back to
Uh-huh.
LA soon.
Hmm. But yeah. But
Nice.
yeah, I mean, we're over an hour in. I
Yeah.
think it would be a good time to wrap it up. I'm sure you got
Oh yeah.
stuff to do, so.
Oh man, no, yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah, not really, but
Uh-huh.
I'm always
But
here to talk if you want some more talking points. Like I said, I can talk for days about FIFA, soccer, anything. Like,
definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, if we could do this again, that'd be great, man, whenever
Oh, for
you're
sure.
free. Yeah, would love to have you back.
Hmm.
But again, just appreciate you coming on and just having a chat with us.
Oh yeah, man. No worries. I appreciate the invitation.
Yeah, yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. If you could drop your plugs, you know, where people could find you.
Yeah, I guess my main one would be Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch, that TV/. SalchiiPapi. That is
Mm-hmm.
SalchiiPaPii.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter, same name, same two eyes on everything.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Twitch and Twitter. That's what I'm running right now. So,
Okay.
you know, drop by the stream sometime. I did win that game for you. I do remember you coming in and you
Yes,
saying win that
yes.
game for me.
Yeah.
So I did
Uh-huh.
do that.
Yes.
So I'm a
That
man
was
of
a
my
good
word. I
win.
will say
That's a good
that.
win. Yeah. But yeah, we'll leave the links in the description below so you guys can check them out. But again, thank you. Thank you for
Hey, no,
coming
thanks,
by.
man. I appreciate it.